Good afternoon, everybody. We are back again with CDO Magazine for another terrific hour or so with a top leader in data and data science, Carrie Cobb, who's the Chief Data Officer of Blackbaud. I'm sure all of you know Blackbaud is just a terrific company. Carrie's been there about 20 years or so and has held a number of roles and is really at that front line of delivering business value through data and machine learning and insights and so forth. And we couldn't be more pleased to have her with us today. Carrie, great to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
You're very welcome. Maybe just for our audience and listeners around the world, I think people know that we're in many countries and have over 400,000 viewers and subscribers at this point. It's quite a big audience, but maybe give our folks a little bit of your background and insights into who you are.
Yeah, so I am a data scientist by trade. I love the beauty that is the technology side of data science, but the creativity, the art, the discovery as well. And so I love to just turn every challenge and problem I can find into a mathematical equation and figure it out. It's a fun time to be in technology. A rapid time to be in technology at the moment. So,
boy, it sure is, and it just feels like it's accelerating faster and faster. Every month, every week. Like nothing I've ever seen in the last 20-25 years.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get right into it because I think you have a terrific background. Maybe tell us a little bit about Blackbaud for the folks who don't know it. Most of the people will know it, but just to get everybody, maybe just say, hey, give us a little bit of background on the company and what you're doing there, and then we'll get into our discussion.
Sure. So yeah, as you said, I am the Chief Data Officer here at Blackbaud. Blackbaud provides essential operating systems for the social impact organizations that are changing the world around each and every one of us. We believe that the social impact sector can go further and faster as we harness the rapidly expanding potential of AI, but when we do it together and we do it responsibly. So to that end, we are committed into making AI more accessible, creating powerful AI tools, and then always ensuring that our solutions, our services are built on a framework of fairness, inclusiveness, reliability, and trust. And like I said just a minute ago, it's a really exciting time to be in the technology industry, and it's even more incredibly fulfilling when you get to combine that with serving the social good community as well.
Very well said. And I would encourage everybody to go to visit Blackbaud. It's a terrific company, terrific management team, and a great set of products, and quite innovative. Carrie, let's get into it just a little bit. Since November of last year, we've had the introduction of generative AI and ChatGPT and so forth, and with OpenAI and Microsoft, sort of catching a whole bunch of people on their back foot. And recently, we've seen the rise of Llama 2. Right, on the heels of Llama 1, this pace of innovation, this relentless pace of innovation for folks who are in the technology business, you either like to be disrupted and you're curious, or this is not the industry for you. But tell me, how are you as a CDO of a public company? How are you dealing with the pace of innovation and pressure coming down from the board and the C-suite and all that kind of stuff? What are we doing on X, Y, Z? All these types of things. Maybe give us some insight into that.
Yeah, I think if you are in the data science or the technology field, this disruption is so exciting. It's so creative. It is a time for us all to learn something new, which we crave, and see how we can utilize this technology in a creative way in order to solve problems for each and every one of our customers. I think it's a time to make sure that this disruption still keeps us in line with our corporate goals and our corporate strategies, and that we're making sure that we always have our eye on that.
Very well put. Again, if I could push on Llama 2 just for a moment, maybe share with our listeners and viewers around the world, how are you all thinking about generative AI within the context of Llama 2? Because I think it's a game changer, right, for many people. But I just sort of want to get Blackbaud's view of that and your view as a data professional.
Yeah, I think generative AI in general is going to make our solutions more powerful and more accessible to each one of its users. We just released a storytelling feature within one of our products called Just Giving, which allows fundraisers to create their own story, why they're fundraising, and use the technology to add in the right tone, the right story, to add some creativity and spark to their story as well. So I think it makes everything a bit more accessible. It makes it a bit more creative, a bit more fun as well, as we start to utilize some of these technologies.
And it also sounds like a bit more personal and intimate. Nothing sells like a video, right?
Right.
Or some content with somebody telling a story. I could not agree, more with you on that, and I applaud Blackbaud on that, and you and your team. And how is the generative AI playing into that? Into that storytelling? Could you give us a little insight without sharing any secrets, of course?
Right. So if I want to go and create my own story, say I'm fundraising for a specific cause, I can go in and start with a template. I can change the tone so that my audience can feel how I want to feel about the specific fundraising campaign that I'm working on, and go from there. It also helps the speed to fundraising. We want to get out there. We want to change the world around us. We want to help those in our communities around us, and it also helps in that way as well.
What I'm hearing is a couple things here. Is that it's enabling Blackbaud to go deeper into its core set of products and develop a more intimate relationship and ecosystem with its customers, number one. And the other thing I think I'm hearing here, you'll tell me if I'm wrong, is that there are some clever tools that are helping people, interact with the generative AI in a very sort of natural way where they can see the power of it and the speed of it. Am I wrong on that tool part of it and making it easier for people, or am I correct?
It's absolutely there to make using the tool easier along the way. Definitely.
Yeah, and I think the reason why we started this the interview on generative and on Llama 2, I think that's a game changer. When Meta released that. Particularly because of the tool aspect, a whole bunch of companies now can say, hey, I can put this into my products, or my clients can interact with it with much greater ease. And I think that puts a lot of pressure on the startups in VC land that we're hoping to do some of this stuff. So terrific intro, and I hope our viewers got some value out of that. We'll probably come back to generative in a little bit, but I want to ask you. Maybe to share with us, what is the state of data? Leaving Blackbaud aside for a moment, you've been in this business for 20 plus years, super experienced, one of the leaders. What is the state of data in the enterprise client, in the mid-sized client, the small mid-sized business? And let's get into that a little bit and how that suggests those various constituents will be able to interact with AI and ML and achieve business success. Can you give us a sense of what you're seeing on the state of data?
Yeah, I think AI and machine learning have become so democratized across product development teams, and pushing that out to the user to be able to interact and utilize tools in a much more seamless, efficient, effective way. I also think we're talking about AI in a different way thanks to generative AI. We're talking about privacy. We're talking about ethics. We're talking about our responsibility, not only as technology professionals, but humans as well, and how we can make sure that we create tools that abide by trustworthy AI principles, that we as humans push for that in the things that we consume or purchase. I love that the conversation is very focused on trustworthy AI and our responsibilities.
On behalf of all of our listeners and the board of CDO Magazine, I want to thank Carrie Cobb for a fantastic session with us today, and we look forward to seeing her again in the future. Thanks, Carrie.
Thank you.